Okay. Welcome, my friends. Streamer bot. Let's open this program up. I should actually tip the person in the coffee page who made this because I use it every day. Not every day, but every stream. I think the person has a coffee page. Where's the chat? Here's the chat. Let me open it up. Okay, I always see the messages from the last stream when I do this. Okay. Start all. Stop, modify. Yeah, Twitch is working. And the last piece would be...
You already bought that phone. Well, why should Apple be adding a 30% jump?
No, that is Tim Sweeney. I was listening to the podcast of Lex Friedman with Tim Sweeney. Who is the founder of Epic Games, I believe, and Unreal Engine. And Unreal Engine. So let's turn that off. Hello, sports fan. Hello, Charles. Hello, Pan Salt. Hello, Mommy. Is it Dodgers? Hello. Oh no. Okay. I protect my community. I understand. Yeah, I did leave it up, just so you see what happens once in a while, and it's kind of funny to me that I have to write this. And what's even extra funny, if you care, and I think you do, is if I go in my match history, of all of these matches, like these recent ones, right? This one, the one where I was doing the best, okay? And I guarantee this is the match from which I got these reports where I had to say, I understand, because these guys were mad for no reason, really. In my opinion, in my humble opinion. You know what it might have been? I had 11 assists, which means that I had joined team fights. So maybe they understood, hey man, he's not playing Yorick as he should be, because 11 assists might be a war crime, as I read in the chat. It might be a war crime. Welcome. Hello, Legged McQueen. Now, what build would I recommend? You know what? My name is Pokrick, right? My channel is Pokrick. And if I believe... I can't say I recommend this, but that's what I've been playing recently. I get Eclipse first, almost always. Of course, sometimes, as you can see, I didn't get it. Oh no, I actually haven't gotten it. A couple of games I skipped it, actually 4 games, but you know, clean these out of your memory, these ones. I get Eclipse first, and then I just play Comet. These days I like this. But I don't have, you know, it's not, again, if I will get to, let's say Masters 101 and above, then I'll make a tutorial, as I've said before. But until then, I'll just keep this to myself, and if you like it, copy it. If you don't like it, report me, you know. Don't report me. Actually, I always get these I understand messages. I never, you know, nothing else happens to me, so it's fine. What rank were you last season? It was either Master or Diamond. I'm always in between those. Except for Pokrick account, the original one. It's stuck at Emerald 2. It's stuck at Emerald 2. Okay, let me read the chat. Hello, mister, says Stray Cat. Tristan G, welcome. Are you Andrew Tate's brother? Would you value combat on Yorick more than conquering even in jungle? Don't ask me that. I don't play jungle, sorry. I play mid, almost exclusively. By the way, good news! I finally figured out how to relog out of my accounts without restarting my computer. And the fix was actually... it makes sense. Because it doesn't make sense that the bug is still there, of course. But I just quit Vanguard, then I log in, and when I need to relog, I open up Vanguard again, press play, there's the bug, and then I quit Vanguard, and then it's okay, and then it works. So I have to do those manipulations. But it's all good. So top, what, 5% good enough to make a guide? Vanguard money is 81? No, it doesn't let me log in with the Vanguard open. That's it, yeah. %, not good enough to make a guide. You know, I am actually top 1 Baltics Yorick mid. Baltic states. So I'm actually, you know, number 1 in 3 countries, maybe even more. I just know that Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia are small enough that there are probably no other Yorick mains mid or higher. I just open services and look for VGC. Oh, you have the same thing? Really? What? Is this something that happens to Yorick players? What? Let me check real quick if sound effects work. Slap. Poke. Done. What else was who mad?
Who mad?
Oh, interesting that you have the same thing. What? First time I hear about this. Yorick mains afflicted. My brother jokingly said that Riot is trying to stop me from playing Yorick. So if another Yorick player has the same thing, that Riot might be, you know, might be doing that. Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, sweet Jesus. I could play Vel'Koz, but, you know, completely truthfully, I don't want to. You know? My teammate didn't ban me. Why are you trying to stir up hate, my friend? League of Legends chat is already hateful enough. Oh. I'm gonna wait for a second. I'm lucky enough that someone else left. You are one of the 2 people I know from Latvia. I don't know anyone else from Baltics. Well, yeah, Baltics is like 3 countries. Let's check. Texas population. Yeah, Baltics are like 6 million. Texas is 31. So, you know. You know. It's interesting, it showed me a graph of California, Texas, and Florida. And Texas has been growing in numbers, and California has been going down. And is that really the thing where people leave California? Is that really because of that? Okay, enough of that. But yeah, if my teammate bans me, you know the drill. You know the drill, my friend. Let me tell you something. You will maybe think that this is toxic. You might think that this is out of this world, this is a war crime or something like that, and I should be punished. But I believe 100% with my whole heart, and if I had 2 hearts, I would put both of those hearts in this idea. If your teammate bans Yorick when they know, and this is important, when they know that you wanted to play him just to screw with you or something like that, you have to play Disco Nunu. And there's a whole strategy to it. You take Flash and you take Ghost and you try to get his cannon minions and all kinds of stuff like that. Yes, if you get banned for that, it is what it is. But those are simply, you know what it is? It's kind of like I have no other choice, because I can't let there be a situation where people are allowed to do something like that. So they always 100% have to get punished. And I don't believe in any kind of feeding and, all kinds of stuff like that in game. That all is bad. But if they target ban your thing, definitely, it's time for some party music, But that, fortunately, hasn't been happening recently. Lots of Yorick mains. I know one from Lithuania. As I play in EU, Nordic, and East too, I have definitely played against a lot of Baltic players. But since the Baltic names are not as recognizable to me, personally, I don't make a distinction. What to talk about your country? Want to talk about your country. I'm interested in listening to. Now, this is going to be a treat for those who, on my previous to last video, they said that, hey, I don't appreciate you not finishing your thoughts. And apparently people thought I didn't finish my thought about the high-rise when kids were climbing on the side of the high-rise, And I have to say, I actually finished the thought. It was just, I was describing the ridiculousness of that situation where kids like 11, 12, 13 were climbing without any without just climbing the side of the building, and then at the end, when there's the 12th floor, because before that you could reach it with your arms, you could reach the next one with your arms, and it's still dangerous, right? Because you pull yourself up, and if you slip, you're dead. But at the 12th floor, the thing that was happening there, you had to actually jump and then hold on. And I kid you not, my fingers and palms are watering talking about this. And I witnessed many people do that. Not people, kids. So, yeah, I guess kids are people, but it's, if I say people, then I might think that, those were just some grown men just crazy. But those are kids, doing that. And that was kind of insane, that happened when I was younger, and I have unlimited stories about my country because I'm 3,300 years old, actually, not 3,400 years old. Somebody asked me. It's surprising that you can ever even ban. Yeah, yep. I don't understand. Can someone... Okay, let's play the devil's advocate, which is devil equals riot, appropriately. Why is that there? Why can you do that? I don't understand. Why? What's the logic of that? Where's the discussion? Yeah. Not sure if you remember my request for jungle and disappointed change. Yeah, I don't... No, I read the YouTube chat too. I don't try Yorick jungle at all. Yeah, I don't try it at all. Alert box Twitch is a little bit too loud. Okay, let's jump into the match. My friends, welcome. Let me drink some coffee even though it's 6 p.m. Okay. Igor Dino. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the subscribers of the Twitch. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just saying it's so wild to make the kind of change when the odds of people playing Yorick Jungle is less than. I don't think it was, my friend. I think people were playing Yorick Jungle a lot. So they killed it. They just killed it. They just killed it, you know. I don't know why. But yeah, hello Igor Dino. Igor Dino? Igor Dino? Igor Dino. Igor Dino? Or what? Or Igor Dino. It's like Igor from Russia, yeah, but it's a Dino. Enough of that. Enough of that. Okay. I am just fresh off of listening to Lex Friedman talk to Tim Sweeney about Unreal Engine 6 of all things. That is exciting, you know. When I was in Poland this year for the Game Dev conference, maybe it's just because it was a trip, or maybe it was because of the thematic of the trip, which was, you know, game dev. But I remember those days with such fondness. With such fondness. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. She wants to give me another one or what? I don't know. Maybe she exerted some dominance over there. Do you watch Freak's videos? I do, but I gave him a lot of credit because he is obviously an authority and he knows a lot. But I think he doesn't understand Yorick, and he doesn't understand why people like him. And his decision to try to make him into a bonker is just bonkers, if you'll pardon the pun. So, yeah. And yeah, I was watching the Unreal Engine thing, and it was, it's just, you know, when he talks about it, especially, you know, Tim Sweeney is a guy he's the OG. He said that when Doom came out, he was looking at the code. No, he was looking at screenshots of the screen and trying to figure out how the pixels worked, and trying to decipher how the game works that way, which was very, very... you know, just kind of exciting stuff. Oh, he can't last hit it. He can't do that. Whoopsie daisies, he's gonna get level 2 and I'm gonna die. You'll see. Very careful, very careful. What am I doing? Actually, I'm not a flash user. I'm a flash abuser, okay? Oh. I'm a flash abuser. Sweet Lord. Sweet Jesus. I'm faster, right? No? I don't know how I did that. Oh, he died from Scorch, didn't he? He did. He did. Oh no. That's funny, but didn't, you know, Scorch Gaming, yeah. Scorch Gaming. That was literally Scorch Gaming, but, you know, we did not succeed. We did lose the third... we did lose the third... What's it called? I always forget. Warfare. Warfare, it's called. There is poke. There is poke. It has to work. Slap and poke, they both work. Slap and poke, they both work. Oh, he knew. I don't like that he has those hieroglyphics there. I always lose against players who have those hieroglyphics in their name. Shut down Alistar. He shut down Alistar. Why is Alistar even with a, you know, with a thing? I don't know. Echo. Okay. Scorch Gaming. Oh. Don't do this. Don't do this. Damn, they do so much damage. Echo, I can't, you know. Someone told me, hey man, you just, you know, just don't get in his big like stun thing. If you get in his stun thing, you're dead. If you don't get in his stun thing, you have to fight for your life or you're dead. That's my experience. I don't know, maybe I just haven't found a way to dodge his things. You know, he seems way worse than any kind of mage's mid. Way worse. So that's my opinion. That's my D3 opinion, or D4 current of Echo mid. I'll just go back. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk it, okay? That's Chinese hieroglyphics. What is it? What does it say? Our senior Chinese correspondent from the chat. It does even work as I mispoke do the interrupted music. Whoop. Whoop. Missing that. Okay, not gonna miss anymore. Oh no, he's gonna gank that. Careful. Please. Okay. Okay. Varus says that Alistar can kill him solo. I don't know if that's true, or if that's just oh, he dodged it. Let's hope that they didn't have that they did not have any health. The bot lane didn't have any health to do that dragon, right? Plates Gaming. Yeah, I can't get plates with them. Well, maybe I could have actually, but I was kind of worried about that dragon. These days, dragons are psychologically and effectively, I think, more important than plates. Getting poked there. Where's that sound effect? Gotta be careful here. He seems like a good player. Oh. Okay, I thought that he's gonna use it on me. Big Gappa. So what is his name? Sound of an English name. Poetic sound of an English name. Okay. The most important thing is that he doesn't join a team fight. That's way more important than me going there. I had a game, an interesting game against Ken and mid. And what happened was, I pushed the wave and I went to join a dragon fight. And he was like 15 seconds later than I was. And what happened was, he did like 3 times as much in that team fight as I did, because, well, he is that little Pikachu, right? Because everything he does to everybody else, right? I just do stuff to one person, aka I don't have AoE. And I was thinking, damn, why am I, you know, I should work way harder to not let him join anything instead of me, you know, going there first or something. Maybe I can go there first, but then I have to kind of maybe block him or, you know, do whatever. Oh no, he's gonna... Oh, sweet lord. This is just the worst. This is just the worst. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is not okay at all. Not only I got hit by that by the last, you know, the smallest, like, smallest distance. Even the tower shot me there. Even the tower got me there. Okay. She goes in. Oh wow, what the F? Yeah. Mid gap. Sorry, I have to. It's, you know, there's no question about it. The way I died there, it all kind of came to this. It all came to this at the end. Okay. No, you know, it was kind of well played by me, you know, because I was waiting for him to use that dash, and I knew that he doesn't have his R. So well done, Mr. Pokrick. Well done. You got slapped. Well done. Well done. If we win this match, remember this moment. I usually say this when I do something bad, and I don't think I have... Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Don't do that. Do not do this. Ooh. Careful. Sorry. Had to do it. Had to do it. Echo's name is Sigma. Really. It's almost as many symbols as the word Sigma. I was told that Chinese is very efficient. Like, one symbol means I took a walk and saw a beaver. You know, one symbol could mean that. Riven. Do that riveting gameplay there against that Warwick. We're all waiting for it. Okay, let's catch this Alistar. I actually saved myself from a gank doing this, right? Although Echo ganked the bot lane, so my bad. I was just dealing with Alistar. Have to be really careful with this. Okay, not that careful. But the problem, yeah, is that the tower. Now I have some time to pressure this Echo. Oh, he does have it again. Damn. They are going to gank me. We'll see. Oh, he's here again. Oh, they all are here. Are they really gonna chase me? The dragon's up, guys. Guys. I don't want to die, but I also kind of understand that, hey... I can't help you, Riven. How am I supposed to help you? There was Echo there. Oh, sweet lord. Yeah. You know, all for the dragon, right? All for the dragon. What do they have? AP? You know, I'm gonna... Actually, I can't. I already bought some items, so I have to finish them. Okay. Okay. Has anyone made any kind of, I don't know, a graph which shows that value of dragons these days? Because I remember someone said that dragon is... I don't remember the number, but there was a number, like 300 gold or something like that. So what is the gold value of a dragon? I think it's that information like that is important when you... Oh, sweet Jesus. Don't do this. Okay. So that's how it feels when your eclipse blocks the tower shot. Oh no, I'm gonna die. He's gonna use his stun and I'm not gonna hear it and I won't know where he did it. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he did it. I'm still gonna die. Oh, sweet lord. He's really pressuring me here. The ghouls are gonna give me some vision of him. My boy, what you doing? My boy, what you doing? You are not gonna like what happens. He is lost. Fortunately for me, he's just lost. Or is he? Okay, if he escapes that, I'm gonna give him a medal. If I could, is what I mean. If I could give him a medal, I would. Because he literally escaped 5 people, so... My friend Sigma. Is he Sigma boy? Because he is a boy. Echo is a boy, right? Is Echo using his time machine to rewind his age, or is his age stable? No, you're not gonna do nothing. Boys, you're not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna escape through the tower. No, I'm not. Didn't need to flash. Didn't need to flash. Again, I am not a flash user, I'm a flash abuser. I really am a flash abuser. When I'm gonna get my first good flash, I really hope that you will somehow congratulate me. Alistar? Don't do that. Of course I know the Sigma Boy song. Of course I know it. I have to say, I have very mixed feelings about it because I don't hate it, but I hate it. I respect it, but I don't respect it. It is kind of like this brain-rotty song, but it isn't... No, it is. No, it isn't. So you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I do want to respect it for what it is, but I wouldn't ever get my soul any way nourished listening to it, you know? It's a little bit like Tommy Cash. Do you think you are a Sigma? Sigma is a person who goes his own way. So without trying to be any kind of, you know, self-aggrandizing or just, you know, being very arrogant. I think I am a Sigma, yeah. I am a Sigma. I can answer it like this. Yorick is definitely a Sigma. Because not only he goes his own way, he gets flamed for it, reported for it, even when having a good score. Oh! That was not good. That was not good at all. Okay. My bad. How is he escaping that? Well, how was he almost escaping that? Okay, I think I want to buy this guy. (1-7) Warwick, always a funny thing. Always a fun thing. His time machine doesn't do that. I'll be honest, I don't care for Echo, but I don't like playing against him. I don't care for him because he's, you know, very rarely mid. But when he is, I don't have the greatest time. I just don't have the greatest time. Hopefully he doesn't die to that Echo. He will probably, though. Yeah. He probably will. Okay. Oh, sweet, sweet Jesus. I gotta be honest, this guy plays very well. This type of stuff, I wouldn't expect. I would think, as I didn't, right? And I died. I would have thought that, hey, you know, I'm safe. I'm safe. And I think I would even think that again. If I was in the same situation, I feel like I would think that again. Go there, Nautilus. Nautilus, there it is. He dead. Please tell me, okay, yeah. we both kind of hope that, okay, the ghouls do it, I'm out of here. Yalkan, welcome, welcome, welcome to the family, to the biggest family on Twitch, as I said once. Oh, they give us the Outacon or what? I think they do. Now, Warwick is interesting because I have a lot more going on than he has, but excuse me, I still feel like I might die to him. Not with Nautilus here, so it's okay. I have to be careful about when he comes back. You know what? I think I might die the 1v1, but I kind of have to. I kind of have to do it. I saw him there. There he is. I can't get, you know, suppressed under a tower. That cannot happen. Do you think I win this 1v? I don't think I win it. So I'm just gonna leave. Sorry. I'm just gonna leave. He run and he blue balled. Do I have to worry about the mid? Or not? The paradox about mid is that the longer the wave is there, the better it is for us, you know? Because it kills the next wave, their wave, which means that they lose, you know, gold here. But obviously the other paradox, not the other, but the paradox also is that someone could TP there, you know? Someone could TP, but they probably don't have the TP. Okay, now if they finish the game because of this at some point, because of these towers being low, which is actually a bummer because towers, I believe, don't regen. If you kill towers, they kind of regen health faster, you know, in a sense. Ever heard of Twitch Prime? Yes, it's the thing you use to subscribe, right? Why do you think that I haven't? Did I say something? Okay. Oh, they give up the dragon for some reason. The F? Nafiri probably mad. That's the only way I can explain that. Let's hope that this maiden does a mid-gap. Because sometimes the maiden can do a mid-gap, as she's actually doing now. Because if there's a dragon fight and someone is fighting maiden, it's a maiden mid-gap. Oh no, he saw me. He saw me. No, don't jump. Why am I even flashing? I'm gonna die. Yeah. Oh, you. But I'll take it, I'll take it. That Nautilus doesn't really take damage, does he? This is kind of riveting, you know, I gotta be careful about this. Oh, we could lose the game now. Oh, we lose the game now. Okay. Okay, actually. How lucky are we? How lucky are we? Wow, this is one of those things, right? This is just one of those things, isn't it? Whew. You know, I almost started talking to Jesus. Flash through Warwick next time. I guess, but she was already there, so, you know, it's probably a better choice than to flash away. But I would have probably still died from that Nafiri. I was reminding the chat to use them. Oh, yeah. Do you remember about that? We shouldn't die. We shouldn't die now. Really shouldn't die now. Guys, it would be really good if we didn't die here. But we kind of have to go in. Because otherwise, what are we doing, right? Damn. We don't decide which of those we'll get. We can't decide. I kinda also thought that we could maybe finish it. But we probably can get both. The problem is that she could steal it, right? Problem is she could steal it. They should wait, probably, right? Oh, no. Oh no. I just learned, look at this. Spiritual purification. On kill, purify foes corpse, granting your team a spirit petal. Then slow other nearby enemies for 60%. This is what you get from Otacon, right? Which means that on kill there's some kind of like a big Lysandra type slow. Isn't there? No, there isn't a way to collect Maiden back from sending down her. I think it's fine. You know, it's a limitation where you kind of want to think about it first before you do that. Because if you didn't, well, let's be honest, they would nerf her. That's the first thing. Although thinking about how Freak is thinking about things, it could happen. You know, they could do it. They could make it possible to leash her back, but then she's weaker. Unfortunately, I might die to him, even though he's 15, because I don't have. Oh no, Echo. Oh, actually, wow, that was a good flash by him. That was a good flash by him. Because he's the only AP, and It's such a fun thing to be the only AP in the team, right? Because you are gonna do some damage, okay? You're gonna do some damage. This is actually a very close game because of that mid situation. Actually a very close game. Oh, it's the best dragon of all. Let's heal on this. 97. We don't have to fight this, but, you know, I guess we do want to, right? Okay, I'm out. The thing about being out like this... okay, actually, Maiden wasn't even there, so... there wasn't anything about being out like that. This is a comet moment. I don't hear the sound effects. I'll give him the honor, you know. I'll give him, because I really felt like he was a good player. I really did. I really felt like he was a really good player. I don't know. Where is... I don't understand. There was this screen where you could where you could honor your teammates or enemies, but I couldn't see where you could honor the inhibitor. I don't understand, right? Why is it impossible to honor an inhibitor or something? Because we literally won because that inhibitor came back to life. Nautilus's name is Jar of Calm, by the way. Well, you got into his trap because he wants you to, you know, read that and imagine that. Hello, Duracell. Welcome, my friend, to this beautiful... Is it Saturday, is it? I think it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Morning Mist, why is it called that, says Zero. You know the thing, in Latvia at least, when someone dies and you are at the funeral in the forest. In Latvia, by the way, graveyards are in a forest. In America, I've noticed that it's usually a field. But in Latvia, it's a little bit sadder, it's a forest. Although, a forest is not necessarily sad, right? And you throw a kind of like a palm of sand on the coffin. That's what you do in Latvia. You use 3 of those. 3 of those is kind of like you throw a little bit of sand on it, and I feel like the Morning Mist is very similar to that. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. 2,000 damage with that comet is wild. You know, it's not that wild. I think it's not that wild. I didn't have a great game. I didn't really have a great game. I think I was we won kind of despite of me, in all seriousness. We won kind of in spite of me. If you played Echo, it could be Saturday and you could ult back to Friday. You mean the song Friday? You press ult and it's Friday, Friday, gonna get down on Friday. Weekend. You mean that one, right? Does anyone know? Oh, it's Friday. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, no, I didn't want this. Didn't notice it. Oh, sweet Jesus, didn't notice it. Well, if I'm gonna first pick mid, top, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It is gonna be what it's gonna be. By the way, I got COVID. Would you believe that? COVID is an interesting thing because it was definitely a real new virus. There's a lot to be said about COVID, about the reaction to it, but it was definitely a real virus because before COVID, the symptoms that I have is like there's pressure in my eyes and there's a little bit of pressure in my nose, and it's really not like nasal infections and stuff like that. It's really something unique. It's not, it's really, at this point it's nothing. I just feel a little bit of pressure in my eyes, and that's it. But that's definitely a very unique affliction. If you look at Yorick's eyes, he seems a little bit like he has COVID or something. 'Cause why is he has only one eye, first of all, and second of all, why is the other one, is he blind or what? What's going on there? I've never thought about this. I like Comet top lane versus the ranged top laners like Varus and Teemo. Yeah, Comet is better against ranged, and Grasp is better against a melee. Which rating got the highest? Which rating of about what? Do you like the actual or the old Yorick more? I had never played the old one. They reworked Yorick. I first played him, and I rushed ZZ Rot. No, I either rushed ZZ Rot or the Banner of Command. I probably yeah. I rushed Banner of Command, and that was the most wonderful thing. And I completely understand why they removed it because, as I've said, I think I said this already, but I said it a long time ago. So anyway, you could empower the cannon minion, and for some reason mages didn't do damage to the cannon minion, and you could just buy the Banner of Command and go mid when it's the cannon minion wave, and completely just take the tower without anything, because it's just not gonna die. So that's how it was. That was epic, yeah. Do you like the last changes to him? The most recent ones? It's kind of like a mixed bag. I haven't said this publicly yet, but I think the Comet build is... There's a couple of things that are way different with the Comet build than it used to be. First of all, the one-shot is completely gone. It's not going to happen. The one where ghouls jump, they do 50%, they hit again, and the guy's dead. That's not going to happen, because they're just too weak. But the early game Comet poke is, I would say, something like 15% stronger than it ever was. Simply because mages usually need 3 hits to kill ghouls now. And sometimes, against mages who can't do anything, you can even with 1 E trigger 2 comets. And that's, that's something. That's something. But late game Yorick is weaker. So late game is GG, early game is kind of easy. I don't know about the top lane. You know, hate FGTS. I don't know what that means. Let's just pretend I don't know what that means, okay? We would have to ask ChatGPT what that means. Actually, Gemini is better at that. Where is it? Voice. Where's the voice? It's in AI Studio, isn't it? Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's not troll the start of the game. So, Comet is a little bit stronger, yeah. Will you buy Kraken or Hydra? No. Kraken 0%, Hydra 0%, but Kraken like 10 times zeroer, because why would you buy Kraken? Every third attack. Yeah, I don't know. If the bring it down worked for ghouls, then yeah. I had a fun idea. I know that this is a cliche, it's a meme. Oh, I know how to make the game better, you know. This is, I know how to fix the game. But I had a fun idea. Tell me, what do you think about this? And if I should drive down to Riot headquarters and ask them to implement this. Bear with me. Hold on to your chairs. Are you sitting? Are all of you sitting? Make Yorick be able to dig a grave with his Q even without hitting the enemy. Like, you could sit in a bush and you could, like, Shaco dig graves. Because you are sacrificing the Q, right? To dig a grave. But you can also open up strategies. Because you suddenly have... Whoop, wasn't worth it. You can suddenly sit in a bush, dig graves, strategic grave digging. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. It wouldn't be overpowered. What do you think? Let's get this to Freak. Your games are really fun, dude. Oh, do you mean the small games? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. The Zack game is kind of on life support. Because I fell into the trap of not being a programmer. I explained it already. It's a good idea, right? I like this idea. Just give Yorick the ability to dig graves outside of hitting someone. That's it. And he immediately has a lot more skill in his kit. Immediately. And you don't even need, I think, to do any balancing around it, because just let it roam for a couple of patches and then let's see what people come up with, Don't think about it too much, right? Just add it. It's gonna be fun. If they make a situation where... Okay, this is important, this is important, this is important, this is important. There it is. Didn't really happen the way I wanted. Oh, actually, no. Actually, it's perfect. I think she didn't know. I think she didn't expect this to happen. So, well played, Mr. Pokrick. Well played. She thought that this is not going to crash. I'm going to do a little bit of this so she knows that I know what I did. That's dumb. That is dumb. Okay. NASA's Q, but you do it in the air. Yeah. Well, it's Yorick Q, but you do it in the air. It's the same thing. It's not the same thing, but, the idea would be that. Oh, missed it. Oh, what? I did level up the wall. But I even leveled it up even worse. I leveled it up before Q. This was an honest mistake. This wasn't any kind of muscle memory. I just leveled it up out of... I think I misclicked. My fingers just misclicked something. Because this isn't even the level where you are kind of... where you can do that. I think it's level 7 or 8. Oh! I didn't... I bounded back because I got, I stopped it. So... I have to push this. I can't. I have to push this. No matter how much health I lose, I kind of have to do this. I think she also knows that, right? Yeah, she knows that. It's fine. It's not fine, but she's still level 4, so if you don't think that W I did in that tower was genius, look at her level. Okay? Look at her. I even maybe could not go back. I could maybe just stay here and do the classic Yorick Comet Siege. Don't do that. Don't do that. Gotta be real careful now. Because I don't know her damage, so it's gonna be tough now. It's gonna be a kind of a tough... Okay, how many does she have? Well played, I lost the cannon. I lost the cannon because of this. And I don't want to stay here too long because of the Hecarim, right? And I really don't know the amount of shielding he has, but I'm gonna live fast, okay? I'm gonna live fast here. If I get level 7 first and she's still level 5, that's even better. Oh. Whoop. There it is. And you think Comet doesn't work? Okay, this is all the wall diff. This is all the level 2 wall diff. Nothing, you know, nothing short of that. I don't think I can do this. She might use her R. Ooh, ego back. The biggest ego back of all time. Just the biggest ego back of all time. Sweet Jesus. Yeah, she's so far behind because I blocked the wave from coming and the wave crashed. And she thought that she can roam mid. Usually she could have. She could have done it. IQ diff. Yeah, the little games, they are immensely fun. I like making them. I really do like making them. Okay. I really enjoy making them. For now, the Zag game is just gonna be in a limbo. And I'm gonna make something else. But you know, one thing about me, maybe a lot of you probably know it because I've said it, is that I work like 3/4 of full time on a big game that I'm gonna release on Steam, and it's the progress of it is going very well. Okay, is someone coming or not? But it's in very early stages still. Law dictates I should level it up again. No. No, I can't do that. I cannot do that. Gotta be careful of that Hecarim gank. Gotta be real careful of that. What's she doing? Is she gonna use her R or something? She is. Hecarim. Now do the sound effect. She's gonna do it, she's gonna do it, she's gonna do it. No. Well done on those sound effects, my friends. It makes me feel I'm not alone, you know? It makes me feel like I'm not alone in this match when I hear them. it's like audience, you know, when in theater or stand up or something someplace, um, you hear the audience react. This is the equivalent of that. I feel very good when I hear those sounds. Well done. Well done. Excuse me. Still COVID. Still COVID. Hello, D-Wang. Hello, my friend. So today I dabbled in some C++, and let me tell you, it's not easy. And I don't understand why is it so complicated in Unreal Engine, where there's a bunch of those C++ files and then you need the VS Code to compile that, and it's almost like you have to do it every time. And I just I leave, of course, I'm a noob, right? So I leave the benefit of the doubt, which I should. It's not even, I shouldn't even call it that. I should call it like, hey noob, don't give opinion on things you don't understand. But I just, what the F is going on? You know, it's error after error, and it takes so much until you see some results. I'm just trying to get some simple spheres in a sort of a circle, in a ring. You know, it's almost like spheres are just in a ring. You know, spheres are spawned in a ring, and they're physical. You know, they're like physical objects, and then in the game you will be able to interact with them. And it's just, it's crazy the amount of code it needs. You know, of course it looks very good. It looks very, well, it's Unreal Engine, right? But what the F? I was just getting, you know, it's just not easy. That's it. You know, there's, you know, not much I can say about that extra. Not so much extra I can say about that. Have you encountered the bug where you recall and can't recall again? There was something about selling the recall button or something. Oh, you're gonna feel the wrath of the comet. Either she feels the wrath of the comet. Oh. Yes, my friends. I was about to say, okay, this is, I got this. It's 1v2, easy, I got this. And suddenly, I'm not a horse whisperer. I can't know, I can't detect where horses are nearby. I'm not a horse whisperer. That's the long and short of it. I'm angry, honestly. I'm big time angry now. I've tried to learn that language for 3 months and got nowhere. I'm still a noob, so the frustration is understandable. I don't even get to the point of like writing the lines, because there's a header file, and then there's C++ file, and it took me a while to understand why is it even you know, divided that way, and apparently it's just for the reason of readability or something. And to me it was like, what the F is going on there? But now I guess I will just learn to love it, you know. I guess I will just learn to love it. It's a really tough engine to understand at first. I've been learning it for like 2.5 months, and oh, thank you very much for this. We don't actually have it yet, but in any case, okay. 2.5 months, and I have a lot of results with it, you know. I have some scenes, I have some interactability and stuff, you know. Mouse clicks and, you know, spheres fly around when you click on them. It does work, but at what cost, you know? At what cost? At what human cost? You know what it is? It feels like doing it solo is possible. It's definitely possible, but The programming part of it is definitely such a huge, okay, extra skill set that if you don't have, no, it's almost like you can't do it. You have to have a programmer and then the game designer, I feel like. Otherwise you are otherwise what you doing? Maybe you can use ChatGPT. By the way, is O3 better than Gemini 2.5? I know that Gemini 2.5 is better than all the other models, but O3 is the real question. Okay, who's gonna be here? Because I could take this. There are no okay, I heard that. I heard that. Did I hear it even? By the way, can someone confirm it? I think the bug where you don't get the gold when ghouls kill the tower is back. What you doing, boy? What are you doing? My boy. Why you sacrifice? That was a slap. That... yeah. Those slaps really slap. I should make it random so it's different pitches and different velocities of the sound. I guess the velocity is the same thing as pitch, is it? Yeah. No, not this one. Not that one. It's this one. No. What? Why am I wasting my time? It's a high floor, high ceiling coding language, I think. C++? What do you code in? What is your bread and butter? Tim Sweeney said that okay, that he likes Pascal. Never seen it, never used it. Anyone did he? The thing about the C++ and blueprints is that blueprints you can manage yourself when you don't understand nothing, okay? But it's very it's kind of if you understand the structure of the thing, you can get some code and it can be easier to do it in C++. So the problem is that you have to understand it, and you know, slap sounds like a popcorn pop. Yeah, I disagree. I get where you're coming from, but it's I think it's... Oh, she's gonna have to go back now. She's gonna look at that poke. Did you notice? It was 2 comets in 1 E. So that's the big difference. I guess it's not the big difference, but it's... Ah, she got scared. Didn't even take the cannon. Got scared. And this is, you know, this is kind of like the siege rig. I've noticed that with Yorick Comet, you can really hold someone under a tower. You just need a couple of those E's, and then if you don't get ganked, which you, by the way, will. Ah, she did. Yeah. Unfortunate, you know, I feel for her, honestly. Mainly Python. I know that people use Python in Unreal Engine as well. Do they use Python in Unreal Engine doing the thing where they... the machine learning thing? Because for some reason machine learning always uses Python. Someone explained to me last... in one of the streams, someone explained it to me. I know, yeah, thank you, but I know why it's why it happens. The comet, double comet. It's just that it never happened in you know, in history. It just didn't happen like that. Okay, they do be getting them anyway, so we finish it, right? Oh, sweet Jesus! Oh, I sneezed and the game is over. Damn, you close your eyes and you can't farm anymore. By the way, I hit 200 million points in that Velkas game. I know where to show you though. Okay, did you write some kind of a Python player or something? Send it to me on email. This one. I kind of feel, you know, there's a lot of anybody has used assembly nowadays? I have no idea. I have no idea. There's a lot of game ideas floating around in my, you know, there was the Zack game, there was the Cho'Gath game, there was the, what else? Maybe someone remembers again, something else. But I think that the best thing for me to next to do would be multiplayer for the Velkos game. I took one stab at it, it sucked, and I want to make it again. And I wonder what you think. Do you think, please tell me you like that idea, because the thing is, multiplayer in that Velkos game could be really, really fun, because you could just, you know, shoot those... you know, those balls, not balls, but the queue, and just, you know, it could be like a forever dueling game. The problem, of course, is that it's a multiplayer game, right? So it means that, you know, you know, I see you die to ganks a lot, but never buy pinks or get vision much. So my counter to that is, first of all, it costs gold, right? But of course, if I buy a pink ward, I place it in a bush, and I actually survive because of it, of course it's worth. But doing that is not easy, because, okay, I can see an argument where on my first back I get a pink ward and then I place it somewhere. But the thing is that it's just not that easy. It's not only about the pink ward. No, I just broke the game when it hit 3 million points. I just needed to shoot one Q to get a rock, and the round would give me 3 extra life, hence the 2 in front. Did it lag? I can see that happening, yeah. There was a mechanic where you get extra life, there was a mechanic where you would get an extra life when you get enough points. Surprisingly not. Yeah, it was really simple. It was like 1,000 lines of code. 1,000 lines of code. Yeah, pink ward buying is... Did you do the character models for your game yourself? Which character models? Which ones are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I was actually struggling pretty hard for the Velkos. I think I made everything myself except, well, for example, Draven game was, you know, I got the model from Draven game. But the Velkos game, I draw, you know, I did pixel art, yeah. I did it myself, and I was kind of proud of it the way it turned out, because even the animation on the tentacles was done, I think it was 3 frames, or 4 frames maybe. and I was drawing it. It was hand drawn. That was a kind of like a big challenge. It wasn't even a big challenge. It was more like a tedious work. You had to just do it right for it to work. So that one was done absolutely hand drawn. And in later stages, I hit 1 million point per level, so it becomes infinite. That's nice. That's nice. I like it. You can send me a screenshot. I will share it on my channel, and I will put you as the top G. By the way, there's a Ramos game that no one knows about. Ramos.rito.lol. Somebody hacked the high scores for that. So if there are any bad words in the high scores, it's not me. It's not my problem. It's not because of me. Oh, and the Ramos, yeah, I drew that myself as well. Yeah, those are two that I did almost at the same time, Velcos and Ramos. So yeah, both of those were drawn in Photoshop with yeah. I like that. I like drawing pixel art. I do it. That these are the only 2 times I've done it. So, are you sure it's not you? Yes. The Ramos game is the same as the Chrome offline Dungeons game, so I don't play it that much. Yeah, it was made, well, it with a D, I just try to go with the flow, and if I make something that sucks, I just leave it, and there it is. There's the monument of, okay, I made this, I was inspired, it went this far, and it stopped, what it is. And I think that's an okay way to do it. Except if you do a project which is serious, which is a serious project that you intend to, finish, sell, upload, Steam, all that. Steam asks you to pay $100, so I paid the $100, and it's like, oh, it's $100, so I'm already kind of, I put up the money. But again, Pirate Software was wrong, 100% wrong. That's not a bet with Gabe. It's simply not. A bet would be if you got back 200. That's it. That's the bottom line. I don't care. I don't care. I'm right on this. 100% right. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, it's gonna be okay. If not, then tune this out. Tune this out. Tune this yapping out. Steam gives you back $100, but a bet is when you put up 100. Let's say Steam puts up 100, and whoever wins the bet, that gets back the 200. No, not back, but that's get the whole 200. So Steam is not even in any kind of risk, So. And it gives you it back to you if you make something some amount. So yeah, the Ramos game is not playable that much. I agree. Do you want to develop more on the Velcos game? I have some ideas. I have to be honest. If you want to develop it, sure, easy. You can. I can give you the code, or I guess you see it already in the website because it's JavaScript. But the only thing I honestly am really interested in is a multiplayer version of that. That's something I would want to make. Yeah. It's simply a measure against. Yeah, I understand. No argument with you there. But Pirate Software, and I do respect him for a lot of his opinions. I don't know about his other opinions and his controversies. But this opinion where he said that it's a bet, it's simply wrong. That's not a bet. That's not a bet. A bet is when you and your friend say, oh, you know, I bet it's going to rain at 6 p.m. And your friend says, oh, I bet you 10,000 leaves on that. And the other one, he says, yeah, okay, let's bet on it. And then you both gather the leaves from the forest and then you bet on it. And in the end, the winner gets 20,000 leaves. Because, you know, I don't know about you, but in Eastern Europe, kids played with leaves. And leaves were considered money. So that's the thing. But D. Wang, by the way, am I pronouncing your name correctly? You can write the ideas either in an email or here in the chat. I'll read them. And I'll take them into account. It's just that I probably don't want to expand on the single player version anymore. I kind of want to leave it as a meme. Hey father, looking for inspiration for talking about the relationship between their subject and their relation, but subject and their story, anything you come up with. You have to ask that again. Is that a documentary you have? Because I didn't understand it fully. Do you want me to give you some ideas about... is this for a school project or something? Yeah, just make a documentary about your room. You know, if you have a brother, younger brother, older sister, older younger sister, just go, you know, set up a camera in their... Okay, you can't set up a camera in their room, but just set up some kind of situation where you look at one of their habits that they do often, preferably bad ones, and you just silently change something in their room that is going to hopefully just kind of remind them or inhibit them from doing that bad thing. And then see how the environment is actually going to change the person's decisions, you know? Because that's a thing. That's a real thing. It's a real thing that happens. What kinds of cheeses do you friends as snacks? Any good pairings? It's hard to say because in Latvia there are a lot of cheeses that... You know what we have? We have this cheese that is very unique. I don't know what kind type of cheese it is, but you know how when you... What is it called when you have pencils and you sharpen them with that little thing? Where you put the pencil in the hole and then it, you know, you turn it around, you rotate it, and then a little kind of like pencil bark comes out. I don't know what it's called. And the cheese is made that way. It's grated that way. It's almost like a pencil bark. Oh, damn, I missed it. It's almost like a pencil bark type cheese. It doesn't say anything really about the cheese, but I feel like the fact that that's the only one that they cut it that way, it might give you some kind of an inkling as to what that cheese is. So that is a very, very good cheese. I once brought that to a party as a party thing because everybody brought something to the party and I brought that cheese. And I was asking continuously everybody what do they think about the cheese, and they were unfortunately a little bit silent, and then one girl said, you know, it's a 7 out of 10. And I was curious why. Why is it a 7? 7 is a good number, but you know, 7. I thought it is at least 9. You know, you have to ask ChatGPT what kind of a cheese is that. The cheese that comes out of a pencil sharpener. Okay, let's focus on this match. Somebody said that it's easy to hit the comet on Yasuo. Not really. I thought he's gonna jump. It is easier to stack Mana Flow Band. And let me say something about Comet. Mana Flow Band is almost the most important aspect of getting Comet. Because if you get Comet without mana flow band, you trolling, okay? You trolling. I don't know what you're doing. Okay. Can I get this? Okay, Cho'Gath. Different tastes. I don't know. I feel like I'm right on this, you know. I understand that everybody's different and everybody has their own preferences, but you know how you live life only once, so if you don't believe you're right, even in cheese preferences, what you doing? Got a little bit baited by that gank. But I guess it's fine. Yeah, it's actually totally fine. Especially if Hecarim wins that. It's totally fine. You are ready for those slaps, my friends. But it's me who I gotta get some sound effects that actually work against me. Not for me, but when something sad happens. I was thinking of using the "well, no, I'm mad" from Zach when he says that. No, I'm just mad. Or what does he say? Now I'm angry or something like that. You don't shave the cheese with the pencil sharpener. It's just the way it comes out when you do that. It looks like the pencil bark, you know, when you sharpen it. Comet diff farm. Farmed with the comet. Give Blitz more HP. Oh, that's a good idea, yeah. But the multiplayer game... Oh, no. Actually, yeah, it's fine. In the multiplayer game, Blitz could actually be an AI. Blitz could actually be an AI. That is kind of like a... similar to... he's not a player, is what I mean. I mean, he's like part of the environment, and the players just kind of compete against each other. But Blitz is like just a guy there. Damn, I remember I spent something like 2 weeks on that game, and then another month on trying to make the multiplayer one, and it didn't. I showed it to some people. They said it lags, and it did, and I abandoned it. Whew. If only... Oh. Yeah. Unlucky. Okay. We kind of need to get them for this, right? Oh, this is really close. By the way, somebody who streams said that people on Twitch always say that the voice is too low or the music is too high or too low, and nothing is wrong. And they said that that's actually a thing that people on Twitch do to annoy streamers. And I thought, damn, okay, that's the last time I listened to Twitch chat. Give Blitz more HP. Yeah, Blitz is kind of easy. I remember when Azap played the game, he was dodging it, you know, left and right, and Blitz couldn't hit him, and he said, "Oh, I'm smurfing on you," and that just stuck in my mind. No, you can't. You can't do that. You cannot do that, Yasuo. Yasuo, you cannot do that. It is not allowed. He's not gonna have a good time. About the wards, yeah, let me tell you something. If I don't even have the mental, while I stream, I don't have the mental kind of focus to ward. I definitely will not have the mental focus to look in the bush to see a gank coming. So you can just forget about that. Do you think Comet is best build here? I think it is, sorry. Now I think it is. That's just my opinion. That's just Eastern European Yorick mid-player opinion. I think that early game... let me say this. Early game with the Comet is best. Late game, it's probably something different, but don't care. As a famous StarCraft player said, every game has an early game, but not every game has a late game. Now let me add to that and say, especially League of Legends, where people surrender all the time. Yeah, I can't compete with that, sorry. I can't compete with that. I have nothing. I just have some, I just have the Comet, that's it. If that happened now, then it would be a different situation. Oh no, he has the double buff. I dislike that. So I kinda tend to believe that early game is more important than late game, but I might be wrong, I think the higher you go in rank, the less that is true. This is good now. Well, the game audio might have been low, yeah. Oh, I knew that he's not gonna have... Oh! Almost perfect. Well done. You're getting good at that. Who was that? DJ. DJ Dmagnon. Almost perfect. Well done. Well done on that. Such a nice game we have here in the stream chat. Okay, who is here too? Okay, there she is. I knew that she's not alone. That couldn't possibly have been. No, no, no. I have to show her. Go away. And then I can farm this. Oh. Taunt diff for the cannon gold. Early game is most important. Yeah, I agree. That's why I say that the higher you go, the more the more important the late game is, because people don't lose mental that easily. Yeah. Since your early game is good now and late is bad, I agree with you. It's all about snowball and SAB. Yeah. I've noticed that if I just very often lose the late game. I just lose. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to build. I don't know. I just just random losses. By the way, one just tiny thing I can tell you, just kind of like a almost useless, very high maintenance tip about Yorick. And you tell me how useful you found this. So sometimes when you hit someone with the E, the ghouls are gonna... Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that, Yasuo. Okay, father, gotta come back, gotta go here. I have to come and deal with this now. And he dead. I told you not to do it. Chad, didn't you not hear me say don't do that? And he still did it? So that little tip, high maintenance tip, right? So you hit someone with E, and the ghouls chase them. And let's say they chase him here. Let's say they chase him there in that bush. Very often, the ghouls will just think, oh, I guess he disappeared. It's similar to when in Fallout you just go into the invisibility, or in other games where a guard says, who was that? And he comes to check and you're not there, and oh, I guess it was just the wind. And it's very similar with ghouls. They just chase someone in a bush and they just stop because he went out of vision. And the thing you can do is you can use this farsight alteration for them to just have vision, and then they chase. But I am yet to have a successful moment with that, with something like that. Yet to have. So how do you win with the multiplayer local game? I was thinking, actually, let me tell you, I had a good idea with this. So, you remember that Agar, AGR.io game, right? You know it. No, don't do this. It's a little bit too much. Yeah, this time they got her. Come on, Twisted Fate. Why you intin', boy? Okay, he lucky. Either he genius or he intin'. I don't know. It's sometimes hard to tell. Sometimes it's just hard to tell. So the multiplayer Velkos game, I have thought about this. There was this game where it was called AGAR.io. You would be playing this blob and you would just eat, and then you would eat other blobs. That's basically it. So the way it would work is it's a very similar concept. It's just an open world, 2D world, top down. You're playing the Velkos, right? And there are asteroids, and you shoot at the asteroids. That's it. And that way, you increase your size and increase your score. So what that means is very nice. I'm kind of very, I really like this concept. Okay, I have to focus. Okay, it's fine, he's not here. So you would increase your size by getting these asteroids, right? You would just be farming in a sense. So you get score and you increase your size. But the other players, so when you are bigger, it's easier to hit you, right? You have higher score, but you're living fast, so you pay the price, kind of. So the game for the players who have the most score gets increasingly more difficult. In a sense, you're disincentivized to, become bigger, but I guess you would have to add some kind of a mechanic where when you get bigger, you maybe your projectiles are bigger too. And you wouldn't win in that game at all. You would just have the high score, and that's it. You know, as with any that type of a game where there's just an open kind of a battleground, and yeah, it kind of solves the purpose of how do you win, right? So it's kind of like you always are in the arena. He says, "Report Yorick, please." I'm not gonna chase Yasuo there. What? That, honestly, to me, it stood to reason that I'm not gonna do that. He says farming simulator, even though I don't have the perfect score for the farming simulator. Okay. Eating simulator? Rel and Hecarim want to ban me for different reasons. Rel is mad. I should actually give Rel the Get Back LP. But yeah, what do you think about the Velkos thing? I think that's a great concept, isn't it? Especially the thing where as you get more, as you have more score, the bigger you are, so the harder it is for you to play. You know. I personally like that idea. You know, I not always, not often I say that. Oh, I like this idea. I like this idea, but most of the time I'm just kind of confused about ideas. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. We can catch her. We can catch her. There it is. There's that stun. Was a slap, yeah. That's a good slap. Eclipse is very good, Yorick. Eclipse is very good, yeah. I am an Eclipse believer again. I'm a Comet believer and Eclipse believer. And if you want to ask me, when did the Comet start becoming good again? It's when they added the ghoul, the survivability of the ghouls. When they added that, that's when it started becoming good again. That's kind of cringe. Who was it? Gabagool. I don't know what the context of that comment was, but that was funny. You know what? Sorry, my friends. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do, but I have to hit him with that question mark real quick. I just have to. I had to do that. It sounds so weird. Oh, maybe you don't know the game. It's also the worm game, you know, Wormax or something, where you're a worm and you eat other worms, and that's it. You know, there's just a high score, current high score, and it's very addictive. You know, I used to play those games a lot. It really is. I wish I was able to show you. How it works. It's not a game in the sense that you play to kind of win. It's really a multiplayer game where you just compete with others in an arena all the time. It doesn't have a time limit. It doesn't. It's just an arena, open arena all the time. You know, so that's the way it works. I don't want him to click on here. I want him to be blocked a little bit just for 1 second. Okay, who's coming here? I don't know. I gotta be careful with this. Kinda gotta be careful with this. Okay. Oh, Slither, yeah. I always believed that Vel'Koz is a bullet haven. Yeah, but imagine the same thing as the Slither. Exactly the same thing, only you play a Vel'Koz. And it's gonna be chaos. There's gonna be a lot of bullets everywhere, and you just almost you would almost be I don't know. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great multiplayer idea. Oh no, he's gonna kill me because I don't have. Yeah, this is a really bad fight. Probably because they were all 5 there or something. Oh, this was... Look at this. Suddenly they're ahead. No, I'm not surrendering. That's the way the early game works, right? One wipeout, as they say, and we surrender. Have you played the Spore series? Do you mean like the Slither? Similar like Slither game? Horse mad. His name is Husband, by the way. Yeah, he's kind of gapped as a jungler, and you know, it is what it is. It's a similar situation to when a husband, actually his name is Husband, right? He gets, you know, in work, he is kind of, you know how usually the story goes where the man at the work, the boss kind of puts him down and wins, and he's just a tiny man, you know, not being able to provide and be successful. And then he comes back to the family and he abuses the wife, you know. Not necessarily in any super bad ways. It's just that, you know, he's mad and he maybe says something bad and, you know, stuff like that. And it's kind of similar. He underperformed where he needed to perform, and now he's abusing me for no reason. You know, taking my farm. What you doing, boy? Just win the jungle. I love your pigeon game. Because of the same scenery you have with the Slither game, but I think it would be way... Oh yeah, the pigeon game has a very similar situation. There's chaos, a lot of chaos there, I do agree, yeah. It has a lot of potential for chaos, I mean. No, there's, you know, whenever it was like 5 players, it was immediately chaos, I remember. Even then. The chain of screaming. Do you mean the pigeon screaming? Like the cooing? I think it's called cooing. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't really do anything about this. Don't do this. Oh, sweet lord, they're all gonna die now. And they're gonna blame me, you'll see. There it is. There's that FF. Now my question is, where's the Mars bar? You know, they were in that jungle looking for that Mars bar, but it just wasn't there. It just wasn't there, so I'm happy to split push while they, you know, I don't want them to okay, gotta be very careful now. And I mean very careful, okay? There she is. Okay. If Diana is not here in time, I could win this. But I don't know. Yeah, she's probably gonna be here in time. Yeah. Yeah. Idiot what idiot. Don't use the slap when I get slapped. Come on. I have to hit him with that. I have to hit him with that. Yeah, the cycle continues. That's exactly the thing. There's this cartoon about cat kicking the cat. Yeah. But the real kind of psychological thing I was getting at is the fact that you can't be powerful where you need to be, so you kind of put your anger out on the people who have no business with that, you know, because I have no business that he's the worst jungler in the team, right? I really have no business about that. So why abuse me? Come on, guy. We could argue, you know, about Yasuo this game. He's definitely gotten some kills in the recent moments. He definitely gotten some kills. Oh, is there more or what? Or is she alone? Pigeon Agents. Pigeon Agents is a great game. I have to get back to it. It could be like the... Yeah, the trouble is that it all requires focus and time, you know. No, I can't stay here. Maiden dead. Maiden dead. I kind of have to stay here. I don't have time to do any split pushing. I should have done it earlier already. Oh. Did he? What did he? Nexus gap. Easy Nexus gap. Easy Nexus gap. Okay, my friends. This was the last of it. Thanks for watching this. I can read some of the comments. I'm playing Lethality again. I'm not really playing Lethality. Let me show you what I think about these days. This is troll, okay? Don't look at this little Umbral Glaive. This is my opinion, I'm telling you right now. Don't look at the Umbral Glaive. Look at the Eclipse and Serildas. Those are the things I do think are good, but that's not really Lethality, right? And after that, you can get all kinds of crazy things, I feel like. If it's against tanks, you can get Leandries. Would you advise against grasp? No, no, no. Grasp, I think, against melee opponents is good. I think it's good. I think it's good. Is this your new stream time? No, I just decided, hey, haven't had stream in like 3 or 4 days. Let's stream at the evening. You know, so I did. Damn, this COVID is really pressuring my eyes. It's so interesting. It's a virus that just affects your eyes. Yeah. I usually stream at 8 a.m. GMT plus 3. Yeah. You know, I would like to complete a game that is a multiplayer. So I'm thinking either the Pigeon game or the Velkos game. Do you think the Pigeon game would be better? I think I already asked this and people said, yeah, the Pigeon game is way better. Do you think the Pigeon game would be... Because the Pigeon game goes outside of League, right? It could achieve some success outside and becoming a... you know, people could just play who don't know about League. So maybe they would like it. It's so unique. You know what actually happened? Okay, this is just information that might be boring to you. But me and my friend, we actually went to one of the cities in Riga, which has, not in Riga, but in Latvia, outside of Riga. And we scanned a roof that I want to use for the Pigeon game, but I never got to do that because I just didn't have the resources and time to finish it. But yeah, the Pigeon game, well, I don't know, it's something to think about. I really would like to finish it, honestly. I really would like to finish it, because right now the bigger game I'm working on, which is about shapes and cats, is at a point of it's at a point of, what do you call it? A point of kind of presentation. It's not a presentation. It's just that I applied, I entered that game into the Epic Games thing. So I'm waiting to hear from them. What do they think about it? So I could theoretically work a little bit on the Pigeon game. They'll have a field day with that game. Huh. Those are nice words. Okay, let me ask you the final thing before I go. Oh, DJ D Magnon. My friend, welcome to the family. And do you have a Discord or anything like which notices you're going to go like, no, I don't. You just have to do the thing about on the Twitch. Follow on Twitch. Hey, Mr. Pokerface, I like your YouTube avatar. How do you make it or let it make? It's for those who don't have a face like this, which I do, who have human faces. You use Adobe Character Animator. I actually have a tutorial on this. If you go on my Coffee page and scroll down to posts, there's going to be one about Gragas. So yeah, there's going to be one about Gragas. Hype train started for no reason. Oh, actually, because of the subscription. Yeah, welcome Zero Melody to the channel. Welcome. Yeah, the final thing, D. Wang. What do you think about the itch.io? Is that a good place to quote-unquote release it? Or do you think it would be better as a standalone website? Or both? Or what? Because the website and the itch, it's the same thing in a sense, because it could be no, not the best. What? No, coffee page. Don't go to the first video of my channel. Don't go to the first video of my channel. Yeah, what do you think? Do you think it should be the itch.io or a website? Or both? Probably both. The reason why I think it should be on itch is because that's where the games are played, and that's where you can kind of rise up in the ranks and get to the home page and then have a chance of becoming a big hit, you know. So it should definitely have a website too, but yeah. Well, you've given me a lot to think about. I'll revisit the project. I'll open up the Play Canvas thing, and I'll look into that because, well, let's just say some of the AI tools have become a lot more accessible these days, so I might... Because the problem with me, again, is that I can't get through the thick code that accumulates. I just don't understand it after a while, so I kind of tend to leave projects with big code, you know? Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching this. Thanks for the subscribing, my friends. Hype Train is gonna have to go on a, you know, Hype Train is gonna go on leave. And yeah, this was a fun, this was actually a good stream. I think every game I felt, I personally felt like it is good. The Comet is good, you know, the top game especially, you know. Ambessa just was poked down, Again, thanks for watching this, and yeah, I'm gonna derail the Hype Train. Sorry about that. Itty what itty. Again, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you next time. I can watch from New York City. Yeah, David. Yeah, you're welcome. And thank you for being here. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.